Hi everyone and welcome to our channel. So this video will be your full tutorial on how to set up a Shopify store for a clothing brand. Whether you're just starting out or looking to completely revamp your existing store, this guide will help you create a professional looking website that can take your clothing brand to the next level. So go ahead and navigate to shopify.com, and if you don't have an account yet, then obviously you'd want to create one. Now the great thing is that you can go ahead and grab the offer right below this video. Upon creating your account using it, you'll receive a 3-day free trial, and then after that you will obviously need to upgrade to one of the plans. So you can grab any one of these plans for only $1 a month on your first 3 months. It is a temporary offer by Shopify, so make sure you grab it before it runs out. But then after you create your store, you will land on this page that looks like this. And the very first thing that we are going to do is that we need to select and install a theme. Choosing the correct Shopify theme is extremely important. It creates a solid first impression when people land on your store and incentivizes them to actually make a purchase. So for a clothing brand, I highly recommend aiming for a clean, modern design that focuses on your products. So to browse the pre-made Shopify themes, you would want to click on this button right here that says design your online store in seconds. And then from here, we can either generate a custom theme by inputting some details and using artificial intelligence, or you can simply browse pre-made themes. Now you can almost never go wrong with the pre-made themes by Shopify, especially the free ones. When you create your Shopify store, you actually get the done theme, but you can browse through the free ones and then choose a different one that's more suited towards a clothing brand. So in my opinion, Spotlight or Refresh is a very good theme. If you really want to, you can also design your store in seconds, so I recommend writing something like clothing brand and then clicking on generate themes. After that, the Shopify newly added artificial intelligence feature will quickly design a theme that's well suited for the keywords that you inputted. So let's say that I'm going to try to input clothing brand, and then I'm presented with these ones. I'm going to select this theme right here. Now to get a better feel for the theme that you are going with, I suggest clicking on view demo and then navigating around the theme to see how it feels like if it was live. If everything checks out and you enjoy your theme, then go ahead and click try theme. Now once your theme has been installed onto your store, you want to click on customize to go through every single aspect that it comes to designing your clothing store. So right from the start, you can see just how sleek it already looks. I mean, I don't really need to change all that much about the design itself, but we can still add our own touch and of course our own brand elements to make it fully ours. So right off the bat, we should be concerned with the header and the logo. So the header is the first thing that customers see, so it needs to be sharp and professional. As you can see, it can include some announcements. As you can see on the top right here that it says new arrivals just landed. So from here, you can add some other stuff such as sign up for 10% off your first purchase, or we can add something like free shipping on orders above $40. Other than that, you can add another announcement that says, for example, 15% off for orders before midnight. And what this does is that it creates a sense of urgency that pushes people to actually make a purchase. Just make sure you don't completely clutter information off the bat with announcements. Next, we want to upload our very own logo. So in the Shopify theme editor, click on this section right here, and then you will see an option to upload your very own logo. If you don't have one, you can create one for free using a tool like Canva. So go ahead, prepare your logo if you haven't already, upload it, and then adjust its size. As you can see, make sure it's centered and at the right place. You can also adjust the size by sliding this bar right there. It will be uploading for desktop with the desktop logo width in real time. Next up, we've got the navigation menus, which help customers explore your store easily. So always make sure that they are intuitive and exactly what they would be looking for on your store. So for a clothing brand, you might want to have some menus onto the header that say women's wear, men's wear, kids wear, depending on what you are selling. And to edit those, you just simply click on the header as you can see right here. And then we've got the menu section right here. You can select the desktop menu type, so either a drop-down, mega menu, or drawer. At the moment, I have a mega menu, and then I can even select menus and add some other ones. If I select the main menu, as you can see here, it will add a home, catalog, and a contact information. You may add links from the menus right here that say shop all, so it links to all of your products. Again, men's collection and women's collection, and about us section and the contact section. So again, it really varies depending on your Shopify store and what you're exactly selling. If you are selling streetwear, for example, your menu might have links like hoodies and sweatshirts, tees, accessories, and limited drops. Moving on, let's go ahead and talk about the colors and the fonts. This is where your brand's personality starts to shine. So we can adjust the colors and the fonts to match your own style. For that, you want to go ahead to the theme settings, and then right underneath the logo you see the colors. Change the schemes however you want. Every time you change a color scheme, it will be applied to sections throughout your online store depending on the usage. So for example, if I go ahead and change some things, as you can see right here, and then scrolling down through my store, it will start impacting it however I changed it. I think for the time being, I like my store looking like this. But you can go ahead and play around with the fonts until you find something that truly resonates with you and your brand. For example, if your brand has a minimalistic vibe, stick to neutral colors like white, black, or light gray. Next, we've got another important element, which is the font selection, and this can be found in the typography right here. So as you can see, this is what I have for my store at the moment as the main font. I can change the font size scale and then change the fonts themselves for the headings and the body. If you are going for a more modern brand kind of look, then use sans serif fonts or like Roboto or Montserrat. But as you can see, for the theme that I had selected, this font is actually looking pretty good. In addition to the typography, you can adjust all of the layout and all the spacings between pretty much every single element of your theme. So for example, we can adjust the page width, the space between template sections, horizontal and vertical space however you like. Now personally, I don't like messing around with these spacings too much. Instead, if you want to add an element, you can adjust its size and make it fit the screen a little bit better. So besides the spacing, I recommend really focusing on those images that pop on the home screen as soon as people land. That's essentially your hook to the audience and what makes them really make a purchase. So you want to showcase your product or whatever images you want to show for your clothing brand as best as possible. So to change them, you simply click on them, and then on the right side right here, you can change them, select from library or explore free images. If you don't have any brand specific elements at the moment, then you may start with the free images and then later on change them as your brand or store grows. So in my case, I might change these images. Whatever you end up choosing, just make sure it looks cohesive with your overall store and of course best represents your own products. Now scrolling through the store or most brands, you would notice that they have a little tagline right here that goes to show their own brand and their mission. So mine at the moment says passion for fashion meets rebellious spirit, crafting style with attitude. I don't really like it, but it really fits the entire theme that I'm going for. In that case, I might change it to something like this. Now keep in mind that you can always use this generate text button right here and then use Shopify's own artificial intelligence to craft whatever headlines you struggle with. Scrolling down a little bit further, we see how our products are being presented on the theme itself. And honestly, it looks pretty solid for this theme, so I'm not going to change anything. But one thing I might tamper with is the color scheme that's being used to present our products. Of course, you want to highlight them in the best way possible and make sure that everything looks cohesive. Scrolling down a little bit, we can see our mission and the apparel itself. So this comes to categorize the products. And finally, we've got the footer with the email sign up and the social media links that can be added to the footer for easy contact. So to do that, just go back to the settings, scroll down a little bit to the social media, and then open up the drop down menu, and then simply write out the links for the social media platforms that you would want to be added to the footer. Once your theme design and elements are ready, I highly recommend checking how they would be viewed on both desktop and mobile. And if everything checks out, then don't forget to click the save button. Moving forward, let's go ahead and start adding some products, as these are of course the most important thing. For that, you would want to go back to the Shopify dashboard, click on products, and then add product. We start of course with a product name, so keep it clear and appealing. So let's say based on my own store and theme that I designed, I want to add a dress to the product catalog. So for the title, I might write something like this, and then for the description, again, I'm going to use the AI writing tool. On here, I'm going to add some features and keywords for the dress itself, and then click generate. If you like the description and the writing style, then you may add it directly onto the description box. So you want to highlight the features or any benefits that your product may have. For example, if it's made of 100% organic cotton, if it's comfortable, modern fit, or perfect for casual outings or professional settings. The next extremely important step is that you want to upload some high resolution photos, including the front, back, and side views of your product. I recommend adding lifestyle images showcasing models wearing your clothes in everyday settings. Choose the category for the product, so in our case of course apparel and accessories, and then after that you want to specify the pricing on your product and whether you want to charge tax on it or not. Finally, you want to scroll all the way down and select the variants. So since we are running a clothing store, of course each one of the products will come in at different sizes, colors, and all of that. So we can choose an option name such as size and then add medium, large, small, and of course the colors, whether it's black, red, white, etc. Once all of that is done, click save and your product should be live. You can click on this button right here to view it within the theme itself. So essentially this is what the product would look like onto the product page if a visitor comes to your site. So now that we have gone through each one of the steps in building your Shopify clothing store, from choosing the right theme to customizing it and adding products, you should have all the essentials you need to launch your very own professional and appealing online store. So once again, if you haven't already, go ahead and grab the offer below this video. Definitely take advantage of this 3-day free trial and then paying only $1 a month on your first 3 months of using Shopify. That will give you more than enough time to test out your clothing brand at very minimal costs. So with that, we will have reached the end of today's video. Thanks so much for watching. Definitely let us know what you think of it by leaving a comment below this video. And if you found today's video to be helpful, informative to watch, then go ahead and give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you don't miss out on any follow-up content that we can make on Shopify or e-commerce.